everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm joined with my best friend Hattie again. I wonder what the last video we filmed at uni was, like before everything happened.
I reckon it was a try on.
When you did my Pretty Little Thing order, that wasn't that long before lockdown. Oh. Not even my real eyelash.
Was it not?
No, it's my all the fake ones.
It might get with them.
So Hat's back on the channel. She's around for my birthday celebrations, and we thought we'd film a third year advice. I wasn't actually going to film this on my own, but Hat wanted to film it with me, which I've got two opinions as well. Obviously a lot of it probably will be the same because we lived in the same house and stuff, but it'll be fun to discuss.
We might disagree on everything.
Yeah. So we've got not knowing what you're passionate about when choosing your dissertation. That's what I've asked for, like, sort of general worries. Yeah. I think mine just came on the like, I remember me and Meg were sat in Cafe Nero and I was sort of like looking at research papers about like men and women rapists, and obviously basically it just sort of spurred like feminism, and then Meg said, why don't you try and like incorporate that into forensics?
And that's obviously a massive passion.
Yeah.
That's really passionate. So you found something you're passionate about and then try to work
link it with my course. So maybe just think of what you are passionate about outside your course and see if there's any sort of way you can link it.
Yeah. Mine was a bit different. I obviously am passionate about loads of stuff in psychology, but I couldn't work it in dissertation sort of thing, because I was sort of similar but different, because with mine I had to conduct an actual study, like questionnaires or something, and I just couldn't, I don't know, I found it was a bit stressful trying to think of what I was passionate about, and I couldn't find this psychological study almost that, like, and, you know, people did it, but I just, at the time, I couldn't really do it, so I looked at more of what I enjoyed learning. I went back on my lectures and saw what modules I really enjoyed, and mine was social psychology anyway. I can't remember the actual specific module name. And like, there was literally one lecture in particular that I really liked, and it was about, I guess I was sort of passionate about it, and I actually did an essay on it like in second year, and it was about self-affirmation theory. That was literally just one tiny theory. I only learned about it like for a couple of weeks, so I just did it about that. So you go back and just see what, you know, obviously like you have to learn everything, but there's some things I remembered it more because I enjoyed learning it more. Yeah.
Or even stuff that like performed well, like even that you enjoyed doing.
Yeah. Because I just remember, obviously you write loads of essays and I can't remember any of them, but I remember writing it because I actually found the research interesting. It was about like how self-affirmations can reduce anxiety and stuff. I guess it's kind of passion, but yeah, so I just look back on that and that's how I figured it out. And
I feel like don't put too much pressure on it, just sort of like brainstorm.
Yeah. It's more about writing it and what is a good dissertation. Like, it doesn't have to be your top passion. Like, it's obviously nicer to write about something you're passionate about.
Yeah. I'm worried about falling behind and balancing modules with dissertation work. The idea of a dissertation is very scary. Like, I said this, I've done like a dissertation advice that's coming probably before this, and I said that loads of people hype it up and pressure it, whereas I found it like really interesting and quite fun to an extent, like writing and researching.
Just treat it as just a separate module, which it technically is. I thought it'd be like just dissertation's the main thing and then some modules, but it's literally just like
another module.
It's the same weight.
The actual dissertation is quite a big percentage. You do have to prioritise that, I think, but honestly it is more work, but it is actually fine at the end of the day if you've managed to balance modules in first and second year. Like, it's just a sort of step up.
I never really had trouble balancing it. It is harder work, but also it's because you're in charge, like, you know, because you want to make it good, obviously. You put more effort into it
and set mini goals. That's why I'd say, just like I did my 200 word a day thing for my diss, and I likely went over it because 200's not that many. And then it made me feel good, and I was like,
it's a much bigger deadline in the module, so you can split it up, whereas like modules you have to be like, this one's done, like, you know, got an essay for this date, but it's like
there is a longer time
frame, so you can split it up.
Just not understanding shit, like even after asking stuff that's not sinking in properly.
Yeah, that happened to me quite a lot.
Yeah, it just happened to me quite a lot. I think it's just repetition, like especially if it's like exams or something where you have to use your memory. You're just gonna have to do it over and over again until you do understand it.
Or just like, I found if something I got taught in a lecture and it's on the, you know, you go back to the lecture slides, I'd Google around it and then it would just click, and then once it clicked I didn't have any problem.
Yeah.
You just have to like going on the online library thing and reading chapters about it in books, because I guess that was different because you was more like I had to remember calculations and shit. I just Google and read around different perspectives, and then because yours is different because it's more like facts almost, whereas mine was like theory, so if I didn't get a theory you read around it and see what's
Aiden, my boyfriend's doing a master, so he's doing his dissertation this year in his 4th year, and he's doing his about like electrocardiograms, and he's obviously struggling with the biology side of things, because he's done all physics, and so he's like looking at the heart and heartbeats and trying to figure that all out, which is something that I'm more knowledgeable on, so I try and help him, and he just sort of has to keep reading and reading and reading until it sinks in. So I think it's just go that extra bit further with research, which is kind of long, but I think that's the only way you're gonna let it sink in. Otherwise,
you do have to. It's not like school when if you don't understand it, you go back to the teacher and they try and teach you. You do have to like
do it all
teach yourself.
Finding a job after 3rd year with not much experience. I live in a small town and there's not much around me. Same. There's not many opportunities around me, to be fair, so I guess that was one of my worries after finishing 3rd year, but also coronavirus. Like, I mean, this is just not a normal end of the year for anyone. No matter what year you're in. Like, whether you're going back to uni now, it's going to be so different. Whether you're going back to school, sixth form, like, it's going to be so different. So, I mean, I can't really say from experience, because this has never happened in my lifetime. But it's hard to get experience now as well, because of coronavirus too.
Literally, no, it's like, this isn't normal after 3rd year. So it's not like, we need a perspective from someone who graduated like, before coronavirus, because we couldn't find jobs. Like, even if before I applied for a master's, I was looking for jobs, and there was just either nothing, or it was all like part-time, because I was looking at the NHS and obviously that was going mental with coronavirus, so it was more like part-time stuff. It wasn't like, I was like, how do I get a proper job? I don't know how to do this. And it was all experience. But there's loads of you can go on like training courses, even online training courses, or like internships or something for like 6 months, and even just working somewhere, if you look for part-time, temporary, or like fixed term, even if it's just 6 months in the field, that's 6 months experience that will help you. So even if, like, I don't think you can go straight into your, like, job you're going to have for the next 5 years. I think if you're lucky you are, but if you know what job you want, you have to get the experience first. Like, you can't get experience in this at this age. Like, we've just been at school.
It is so rough, because some jobs just want you to have, like, a lot of jobs want you to have experience. I'm like, well, where do you start? Like, you need somewhere to accept you to have the experience. So I do understand the struggle, but
it's impossible to just get.
You just have to sort of work your way up from the bottom.
You have to.
I feel like that's what happens to most people. It's like very unlikely.
One of my brothers went just to a shit job that he hated, which is obviously depressing. But another one worked for free for like 6 months. That was experience, and it's just like both his options sound awful, but you just sort of had to do it to get. It's just a bad reality. Like, obviously, you're lucky if you find a good job.
I'm not the biggest fan of my DIS supervisor, and I've been told I can't switch. Have you got any advice? I mean, I feel quite lucky because I got my DIS supervisor I wanted, and like she was really helpful. I think, to be fair, it is a piece on your own, and you want to try and get on with your supervisor, even if you hate them, because they're the ones that are going to be marking it.
Obviously, I don't know if it's the same thing, but we did have someone we could complain to. So like, I got my choice supervisor, and like he was really nice. The only thing, do you remember I had that issue? He just never replied, and like he was quite laid back. So like, if I wanted something handed in and he had to approve it, sort of thing, he'd be like, yeah, I'll get to it. It's like, no, do it now because I want to move on, sort of thing. That was the only issue I had. Like, other than that, he was really nice, really helpful. And I think Meg kept saying like, oh, just complain. Like, I didn't want to because I was too scared. Because he was also really nice, like he was helpful. But if he's really bad, like there was someone I could complain to, and like they'd sort him out, sort of thing. So I didn't have to tell him off almost. Like, do you know what I mean? So maybe look into that, because you could complain, and like even if you think, because I thought, oh god, but that'd be really awkward. But like at the end of the day, it's your DIS, and if someone's gonna sort him out, bring her out, then they'll do it.
They should only really be there to guide you anyway. So if you can, try and do all the work by yourself. Like, it is your piece of work at the end of the day, so try and just get through it. Try and be nice and civil. Someone's put how to prepare for the workload before 3rd year starts. I'm also doing a forensics degree. Amazing. I don't know if I prepared for the workload. I literally stressed so much though. I remember feeling so anxious when we came back for 3rd year. I was thinking, oh my god, it's the last year.
Was it 3rd year we sat, it must have been, in our kitchen and looked at our timetables and literally had breakdowns? I've got a vivid memory of it.
Maybe that was that second year?
It might have been second.
I do remember that breakdown.
And we literally, because we were at uni and we were starting up the next week, and we just got our timetables released, and they were all shit. They were awful.
I think that was second
year. And we were like, well, how are we going to do this? And they had like minor breakdown. But then it also like, it just turns out you just get like, when you're in the moment, like even before the DIS, we're like, how the hell are we going to do that? But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like all this massive work. It's just like little chunks at a time. That's the main thing we did, isn't it? Like,
it's just daunting at the beginning.
I'll do this at the end of this week, and then next week I'll focus on something else. It's like,
it is daunting when you think, oh my god, there's going to be a massive workload, but like Kat said, when you're in it...
Like, I'm terrified that I'm starting in a couple of weeks, and like, everything I've read is like, obviously they said this at the beginning of first year, second year and third year, like, this year's much harder. Like, they just like try and scare you into it. Like, all the emails I've had about starting masters, like, this isn't a joke. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I know, but like, do you know, they always try and because they were like, third year's the hardest year ever. They kept drilling it into us. It was like, it was alright.
Everyone gets through it. I know that's such shit bit of advice, but everyone literally everyone you know who's gone to uni and finished has got through that phase, so it can't be that hard.
Like, I'm stressed now, so this is my point that I was going into. I'm stressed now for that, but I know it'll be fine because I was stressed before first year, second year, third year. I mean, I did it. You just, when you're in it, it doesn't almost feel as stressful. It just means it's just like you've got to do it. Like, it's the apprehension that's the worst. Like, I'm gonna have all this work. I can't do anything about it now, but I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna have to do it. It's like, but when you're in it, it's fine. It's fine. And everyone's got to do it, and like, you put a few all-nighters if you have to, and then just get on with it.
Balancing and enjoying your final year while still working hard. I think we did an okay balance of it.
Yeah. Well, it definitely wasn't. It was stressful and hard, but it definitely wasn't the like nightmare I thought it was going to be. Do you know what I mean?
We still had a few nights out. We still did like the escape rooms. Like, we still did stuff.
And we still like. I thought it was going to be, right, we've got no time to fuck around now, but we still pissed around a lot. Like, do you know what I mean?
And had nights where we'd play on the Wii or like...
Yeah, and just like, we'd sit and watch the chase for hours. Oh, but then also I got cut short, so who are we to say anything? Yeah. Like, the last 3 months could have been hell, but we weren't there.
Yeah, very true.
But, no, I think...
even more so hell, though, I think, at home, because... I wasn't in the uni bubble and it was like making me upset. Yeah, I'm currently.
I so related to what you were saying. I can't remember what video it was because I watched a video from a fan. And I find it really weird. I don't know if it's just me. When I sit at home and watch your videos, I feel like I shouldn't be watching them because I know you. I can't explain it, but it's like I feel weird watching them. Like, I'm a fan, but also it's like, but that's my friend. I don't know. I should just be talking to you in real life rather than watching you. I don't know why. I feel like I shouldn't be. Anyway, when you said how like you love living at home, you love your family, but it's horrible. It's like I could never say it to my mum or anything, but it's horrible. Like, even though I do love being at home. I love my mum. Like, we get on so well. But it's just horrible. It's horrible. It's funny. I'm in a giggly mood now.
What were we talking about? I just got really depressed thinking about Cranwell Street. Like, yesterday I had to give my address to the Holland and Barrett person, and I knew it was my Cranwell Street address. I was like, 43 Cranwell Street.
Yeah. Or even like when I got my timetable for... It's weird saying just for uni, because uni, it's not, uni was before. Because like, that's when I remembered like us in the kitchen all getting our timetable. I was like, it's just me and like thinking, alright.
I hype the girl who messaged me saying that she's currently living in our old house. Yeah. Let's just go back.
I would love that.
I would be so depressed seeing all their stuff in it, but I would love to just be walking.
Or like, say if they're going home for the weekend and we just come and stay, like, I'd love that.
They'll be like, fuck off, no.
Yeah,
but please let us. I would do anything.
I would do anything.
And also, if you've got any of my parcels, which I'm assuming they've left.
Oh God, I can't even.
Underneath that thing again,
I didn't
rotting.
do anything like change addresses. All my post probably goes there.
Oh, I did, and all of them still go there.
No, I didn't do that. But yeah, but you had...
enjoying last year whilst also working hard. I think it's easy, just make sure you're planning your time well.
And also the stuff we miss is just messing around in the living room and like now we're at home, horrible, living at home. The only thing we miss is like walking into each other's rooms and like doing all that stuff. Like, that's what the fun was, like when you look back on it. Just living with each other, that was like the most fun bit. And obviously you're doing that in third year, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
It's making me really sad.
It's really, really depressing.
I'm just thinking about me moving all my stuff like down the stairs and past a little growth on the radiator and stuff.
The little guy who grew up and fell off. But yeah, I think what's fun is just the fact that you're living at uni. Do you know what I mean? That's, so you've got, don't think too much about like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go out and much or something, because you can do that whenever. The fun bit is living.
And we got our deposit back, by the way, and this is a completely different point, but we thank God we got our deposit back.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'd have been
never thought that would
fuming.
happen.
How can you make the most out of your time left as someone who suffers from mental health issues?
Escape rooms.
Escape rooms.
That was the best experience of third year.
Yeah, true. And also,
why don't we do it? They've reopened.
Yeah, we should actually go. I think we should actually have a weekend in Lincoln.
I was going to say just
here as well. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I still want to do a B&B in Lincoln.
Yeah. So as someone, well, we've both had mental health problems at uni, at different stages, completely different stages.
I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, but when I was stressed and anxious and stuff, the main thing that helped me was living with you guys and just being able to chill in your room and like we can
open up to your flatmates.
Yeah, definitely. Just talk about stuff, and like if I was having a down mood, I'd just walk upstairs, walk across the hall, and just be with you guys. I mean, that really helped. Like,
take your mind off it.
But it also depends on what helps you. Like, some people might like going out and taking their mind off things.
Yeah.
But I like just chilling with you guys, and that helped me. And also, the main thing is, if you are stressed, just take some time out. Like, don't force yourself to like write a dissertation. Just have an hour out. Like, just chill.
Yeah. Don't overwork yourself, because I think that's when my mental health was like a bit fucked up. And use the student wellbeing services. That's literally what they're there for as well. Like, if they'll keep you on track and they like really help you manage your time and make your mindset like a lot better when it comes to like balancing your academic stuff with your real life problems. Okay, so we are going to finish the video here. I hope you've enjoyed and that we've given you some third year advice and it is helpful. I feel like the main questions were to do with like jobs after uni, balancing it, dissertation, like they were sort of like the main worries. So I hope that it has helped you. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thumbs up, subscribe. Bye.